Hi, I'm Teresa. Welcome to Creative Whims Studio. I hope you all had a wonderful week. We have had a lot of rain, but yesterday was gorgeous, and then today and tomorrow is supposed to be gorgeous. And when I say gorgeous, I'm talking like sunny, a slight breeze, and mid to upper 70s. To me, that's just spot on. But we're supposed to get rain Sunday. This week, Kevin is back on 8 hours a day, so he's getting home at like 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock instead of 6:30. He feels like he has a life again, you know. What else did we do this week? Oh, last week, this was funny, I forgot to mention. I ordered more of those SD cards that I put in my camera for filming, because I just know after using them and erasing and using and erasing, eventually they're gonna fail. So I wanted to have some new ones on hand. Well, I went to use one last week when I recorded, and I'm recording like 1 minute into recording and it stopped. So I thought, well, maybe I have to format the SD card first, which I've never had to do before. But I'm like, okay, so I formatted it, started filming again, same thing happened. You know what I did, guys? Instead of buying a 128 gigabyte SD card, I bought 128 megabyte. Megabytes are tiny, evidently, because 1 minute of filming is all I could get in. I was cracking up. I wondered why they were so inexpensive. I thought I was getting a deal. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I thought as I was reading everyone's answers to my question last week, I'm like, you know, I couldn't think of one last week when I was talking about it. When I was reading all the comments, somebody typed something that I thought, oh my gosh, I kind of forgot about this dream. It's something that I wanted to do, and not that I'm necessarily, I guess, not giving up on it, but trying to be realistic. Let me just tell you what it is, and then I'll read the comment. But I would meditate and visualize opening an art center that would be like a nonprofit. The art center would have a gallery in it, and the people that taught the classes would be volunteer people, and it would just be a place like where kids are free. Any kid under 18 can come and take any class they want for free, and then so kids would be free. And adults would, like, if depending on their income, that would be gauged on how much they would pay for classes. Does that make sense? You know, people that don't have a lot of money could take classes for free, you know, so many classes a year for free or something like that. And then people that, you know, had a lot of money, you know, based on their income is how much they would pay for classes. And then the gallery side would be where everyone that wanted to sell stuff that they were making at the art center could put it in the gallery for a certain amount of time. I mean, obviously, some stuff might not sell and you wouldn't want it in there for years on end, but just a way for people to be creative and then, you know, see if their stuff will sell. I don't know, I just think that would be so cool. But the reason I kind of gave up on it is that would be like an huge undertaking. And of course, if I knew it could not fail, that would make it a little easier to do. But then if I did that, I couldn't paint. I wouldn't have time to paint. I wouldn't have time to create, you know, cross stitch and punch needle patterns. You know, so maybe this is something I will do when I retire. I don't know. See, we all have these huge dreams, and I'm always one to say, go for it. That is the only thing I've ever dreamt of that I'm like putting the brakes on. Usually I'm like beelining it to, you know, figuring out how to get it done. But that is just something that would just, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Anyways, what sparked that in my head again was Teresa, no, I don't know how to say your last name. Teresa Bourgoin. I'm probably butchering your name, but she said, if I could do anything and know it would succeed, I would have a living history museum with free classes for anyone on skills that are being lost to newer generations. Spinning wool, flax, cotton, and weaving, needle arts and sewing, making soap, folk art painting, blacksmithing, hand woodworking, like making of shingles, bread bowls, simple furniture, and building a simple cabin, just to name a few. And it runs by donations. Bringing in busloads of school children. I think it's important to know these skills, to be a nonprofit and to be one of my many, to be a nonprofit and to be one of many on the board of directors would be a dream. That is awesome. That needs to be done. That, I mean, all of those things that you know, these skills that our country was founded on and built on, you know, I think that would be really cool. So Teresa, I say go for it. So I just want to share that with you. Oh God, what else did we do this week? We had Ellery yesterday and it was awesome. Of course it was awesome. And Kyle and Ryan came over also for dinner. And this funny little girl of ours, oh my gosh, when she loves my angels. So I have angel paintings at the house. I have angel figurines that Demdeco made through my art or with my art. And then I have angels from, what's her name? Debbie Thibault. I love Debbie Thibault. She has, to me, she's the best at like folk sculptures. And she no longer sells her sculptures, but I've been a big time collector over the years, so I have a lot of her pieces. Anyways, when Ellery gets here, she wants to go around the house and look at the angels, and she points at them and everything. Well, I picked up the angel paintings that I painted for Karen, the ones I've been showing to you. I picked them up from the photographer, and I'm taking them next week to, I'm meeting Karen finally. I'm meeting Karen in Bay City at a frame shop. I'm assuming it's the frame shop that she's having them framed at. And so this is the last week I will be with those angels. But I wanted to get pictures of Ellery with these angels, these angel paintings. And I got a few and I'll insert them here. But she was trying to kiss them. It was the cutest thing on the planet. Oh my gosh, she's just so stinking sweet. I got my hair cut. Can you tell? Yeah. I got a lot cut off, guys, but I needed it. The ends were just like straw. And this is the shortest I've had my hair in years. And then, oh yeah, I noticed that advertisements are popping up on my YouTube videos. No, I did not do that, guys. I don't know why that's happening, and I got to look into it. But the last 2 times I went to my video to read comments, there was like a little banner ad. You can hit the X so it goes away, but it hides like part of my video, and I don't know why that's appearing all of a sudden. I got to figure that out because I don't want ads on my videos. And then one last thing, I met with my friend Dawn. Oh, actually, there's a couple things. Met with my friend Dawn. Her and her husband owned Holly Hill Primitives for the past, I don't know, 12, 13 years. She's had a primitive shop in downtown Holly, but they closed it recently, and I hadn't seen her in a while, and we just went out to dinner. But downtown Holly, if you ever get to go to Holly, Michigan, there's loads of cool little shops, good restaurants, and it's just quaint, and it's really, really a nice town. And Kari, I think is her name, she used to have a show on HGTV. She and her husband live there now, and she had a gift shop, but she closed that, and now they're buying like some of the older abandoned homes and fixing them up and selling them. They are purchasing some of the shops that are going out of business, the buildings or whatever, and redoing them. They have it's called the Vault, and you can have wedding receptions there and showers, and they have a restaurant, and they just bought a bread company. I mean, they're just making that town. I mean, the town is amazing anyways, but they're doing their part to revive it as well. So go to downtown Holly if you get a chance. So it was so nice to meet up with Dawn and get caught up on life. And last little thing I wanted to mention about this week, it's the CMA Fest. If you don't like country music, that's cool. I don't care. I like all kinds of music, but I really adore country music. It's just fun to dance to, and it's just fun. And the past 2 years, I've been lucky and blessed to be able to go to the CMA Fest in Nashville and stay at my friend Kristen's house. Well, this year we had a little confusion about some dates and stuff, so I didn't think I was going to be able to go. So she usually gets 4 tickets every year, and she sold a couple tickets. So I couldn't go, and then it turned out that I could go, but she'd already sold the tickets. Anyways, I'm like boo-hooing over here because her and her daughter are at the CMA Fest every night seeing all these amazing artists, and just it's loads of fun. The whole downtown is just band shells set up everywhere and people. It's just fun. But in honor of it, I'm wearing last year's CMA Fest shirt. All right, announcements for this week. Okay, remember that bunny I designed during Stitch Mania, and it was for the collective stitch? Well, I emailed her because when I sent it to her, I didn't hear back from her, and I just wanted to make sure she got it and everything. And she said, yes, I got it. And I asked her, I said, when is this going to be published? Because I have to wait a year before I can sell it and add it to my line. And I just wanted to know what that date would be because people are asking. And she said, you don't have to wait a year. She said, the event at the stores for the collective stitch is in August. She said, so after that, you're free to sell the pattern. Yes, I was so excited. So look for that this fall. Oh, the punch needle tutorial is doing well. It's fully uploaded. Everything's going great with it. And then I also took the time early in the week to create a new course for angel painting. It's the same techniques as the Angelic Strokes tutorial, but people that took that course really liked it and they wanted more angels to paint. So I released another course for that. What else? Oh, I'm going to be filming another video this week. I wanted to, Athena, no. I wanted to show you what new patterns I'm going to have available. The new release for 3 new punch needle and 3 new cross stitch is June 17th. And I wanted to show those today, but I don't have the frame from Craft Gallery yet. So anyways, as soon as that comes in, I will get that framed, and I'm going to make a video showing all the new releases. So that'll be a separate video. It won't be, you know, all of this chit chat and stuff. And it will just be showing the new releases. I think that's it. Oh, and I'm going to put a link to my blog because people were asking for the punch needle tutorial. I give away 6 free downloadable PDF punch needle patterns. And people were asking, well, which patterns are they? Because the punch needle tutorial is $37. Well, I'm giving away 6 patterns that are downloadable at the value of 7 each, so that's $42. So basically the patterns pay for the class. And I'm going to put a link below so that you can go and look at the patterns that are the free ones, okay? I haven't done weekly whims in a while, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. I've talked about nuts.com before, but I'm bringing it up again because to me, if you're going to snack, it might as well be something healthy and delicious. Well, there's something new that they do, and I love it. You can create your own trail mix. So you go in and you say, I want 2 parts peanuts, 1 part raisins, you know, 1 part cashews, whatever you want. And the reason I don't like trail mix is because usually there's too many sweets in it. Or I want like organic nuts and stuff. Plus, when you buy trail mix, a lot of times, for me, it's too salty. So I will get unsalted peanuts, and then I'll get cashews that are salted. You know what I mean? So I've come up with the most amazing trail mix, I think, on the planet. And I didn't even think about like how much I was getting, because I was like, oh, I want 1 part of this and 1 part of this and 1 part of this. I got this ginormous bag full, and oh, it says on here what I got. So this is what I got. Roasted mixed nuts, salted. Then I got roasted Virginia peanuts. Then I got organic dark chocolate chips. And then, no, that was unsalted. I don't know. And then I got their power mix, which has, oh my gosh, let me just show you a handful. They have, I don't even know what some of it is, to be honest with you. I know that might sound weird to some, but there's, can you see? There's almonds, walnuts, peanuts. Oh, I got macadamia nuts in there. I got the dark chocolate. See it? And then, okay, dark chocolate chips. And then these, I don't know what these are, but they're delish. Oh my gosh. You guys. Here's a macadamia nut. Okay. Healthy snack. Another weekly whim. Citronella Essential Oil. You gotta have it. I do not like off. I can't stand how sticky it is. I hate that it has that DEET in it. I try not to put chemicals on my body. Like I use, you know, when I buy lotion, it's like, it's from Young Living as well, but it doesn't have the parabens. It doesn't have perfumes and all that icky stuff in it. But I was outside when Ellery was here yesterday. She was taking a nap, and this is another weekly whim is right here. While she was napping, I went outside and I sprayed the weeds around my flower bed along the house, and I'll get to that in a second. But I looked down and I had like 3 mosquitoes on this leg, and on this leg I had like 4 mosquitoes, and they were buzzing all around me, and I was like, ah, and I run into the house. I slather on. I think I took about 8 drops, put my hands, rubbed it in my hands, and then up and down my leg. I had on capris, so it was just the bottom part of my leg. I did that on both legs and on my arms. Not 1 mosquito touched me after that. I'm not a big fan of the smell of citronella, but it doesn't, like, the smell is strong at first, but it kind of wears off. But that stuff is awesome. So on Facebook, I saw that you can make this recipe. Instead of using Roundup or any other chemical weed killer, you can make your own. And you know when you see stuff on Facebook, you don't know the person that posted it, and you think, is this for real? Would this really work? And I finally tried it, and it worked like a charm. I'm going to insert a video where you can see how amazing it worked. But when Ellery was taking a nap, I ran outside and did this. I just used this, it's like a pump sprayer, and so it's light and it's handheld and it's really easy to use. But it's a gallon of vinegar, 1.5 cups of Epsom salt, and then 2 tablespoons of Dawn dishwashing soap. And you mix that up, and you know, keep stirring it until the Epsom salts dissolve. And then I sprayed it. You guys, it wasn't even 24 hours later, and 24 hours later, and it's brown. Everything that it got sprayed is dead. I was like, yes. And you know, because my dog, Teeny likes to go outside and eat the grass, you know, that's grown anywhere. She likes to eat grass, and it freaks me out to think she could eat some grass that had Roundup on it or something. So anyways, so I'm gonna have that recipe below too for you, because you have to use that. It's awesome. I saw this thing on Facebook. Instead of using Roundup, you use vinegar, Epsom salt, and Dawn dishwashing soap, and you make a mixture of that and you spray it. I didn't think it would work because it sounded way too good to be true, but I sprayed the weeds. As you can see, look at everything it touched, dead. It's not even been 24 hours. I sprayed this yesterday when Ellery was taking her nap, and look at it. This, all of this. Look at all the grass that was in there. So, bye-bye Roundup. I hate using poisons, and we don't have to do that anymore. Yay, look at my flowers. They're looking so pretty. Say hi, Teeny. Say hi, Teeny. The other thing I absolutely love are command strips. I will never probably put a hole in my wall again unless it's to hang something super heavy like a shelf, you know, or a piece of furniture of some sort. But for any paintings, I have this original painting that it's, oh my gosh, it's huge. And it's solid wood. You know what it is? It's actually one of those wood pieces that people, you set it on top of your stovetop so that you have extra counter space. You see them at country gift shops. Anyways, I painted a beautiful angel on there, and I just charted that angel this week too. Oh my gosh, that's another thing I haven't talked to. Oh my gosh, I got so much. But it kept falling. Like where I have it hanging it's probably not the most practical place, but it's like, I'm not even gonna explain it because it's too hard to understand. But it kept falling. The little sawtooth hangers kept coming out of it. So then I used a wire, but then the screw eyes, whatever, that you put in and then hang the wire on, were gouging the heck out of my drywall. So I'm like, what am I gonna do now, you know? Well, command strips, thank you, Jesus. You can get them in different sizes for different weights of whatever you're gonna hang. Well, this sucker is heavy. So I use the large size command strips, and they sound like Velcro, but it's a different material. It's interlocking somehow. I don't know how they do it. But I put 4 of these command strips on, and that thing has been hanging now for, well, I did it right before Thanksgiving, and it's not budged. So command strips. And you know, we're redoing our basement, and I'm getting ready to redo Ryan's room, repaint it and everything will be hung with command strips. That way there's no holes in the wall, because filling drywall, or you know, the holes in drywall is super annoying. Last weekly whim, and this is something that is not for the individual person, but anyone that watches this that has a business, you have to get Endicia. It's E-N-D-I-C-I-A. It's about $200 a year. And you might think, holy cow, that seems ridiculous. But, and there might be cheaper ones out there, but I've used Endicia for, I don't even know how long, since I've darn near had a business. And it's so worth the money. It's a postage program. So I hate standing in line at the post office. There's always a line, isn't there? I don't have that kind of time. I hate wasting time. I'm not one to waste time. So what I do is I can print all my shipping labels right here. And I even have a label printer, which I need to hook up. When I hook up my new computer, which you guys, I still haven't done that. I've had this new computer and new large format printer since the first of the year, and I still haven't had the time because I don't have room for it down here. Say a prayer for me to get my stinking studio cleaned and organized so that I can get these things up and running. But anyways, back on Endicia. And so I just print the postage, attach it to the box. I set it on my front porch. You can go online to USPS.gov or something like that, and you can schedule a pickup. Well, you have to do it by a certain time at night so that they know to pick up at your next, or on the porch the next day. Well, I miss that deadline sometimes So what I do, I made a little note. It says, please pick up packages on the porch. And I put it in my mailbox and put the flag up. It's awesome. So I don't have to go to the post office unless I miss, if something really important has to go out and I miss the pickup, then I might have to run the post office. But I might go twice a month instead of 3 times a week. It's so worth the money. So that is my weekly whims this week. Haul. I don't have haul because I didn't go anywhere shopping. Works in progress. I did not start a new punch needle because I'm in the throes of getting the new patterns ready, the directions and printing and designing the covers and cutting and folding and stuffing. So I've been doing that instead. Finishes. I'm going to show previous finishes, and then I can't wait later this week to show you all the new stuff. Okay. We are, and I may have showed these, but hey, bear with me. All right, this guy is cross stitch 079, Santa's flag, stitch 2/2 on 30 count linen, Weeks Dye Works Cocoa. Stitch count 82 wide by 144 high. Isn't he adorable? And he's just on this, this is like a, what do you call those? Like a cutting board. I painted it red, sanded it, and stained it. And then I frayed the edges of my cross stitch and adhered that to, I didn't use sticky board. This was before I even knew sticky board existed. I used ATG tape. And then I just put this cute little heart through the hole. Isn't he adorable? I love him. Santa's flag. Okay, this was a couple weeks ago I showed you my first attempt at a sampler. Well, this was my second attempt at a sampler. This one is cross stitch 335, Bless Our Home, stitch 2/2 on 30 count linen, finish size 7 by 7 1/4, stitch count 113 by 112, and it's stitched on 30 count Weeks Dye Works Cocoa. But I love the angel at the top. And this is framed, and it's that caramel colors paint. That's what I painted for the frame. Next we have cross stitch 057, This Land. That is stitch 2/2 on 30 count linen, finish size 8 inches by 5 3/4 inches, stitch count 129 by 89 high, 30 count Weeks Dye Works Cocoa linen. When I first started designing, Cocoa linen was my go-to, obviously. This is also available in punch needle, which I'll be showing you directly. PN 057, This Land, 5 3/4 inches by 4. And this is just on a plaque that I got at Joann Fabric. Painted it like a burnt red, and then painted this part cream, sanded, stained, adhered it to there, and then painted God Bless America on there. Totes adorbs. Now on this one, there's no little kitty because it was too difficult with this size and with punch needle. But on this, whoops, let me show you on here. But on this one, look at it has a cute little kitty along for the ride. And then we have, oh, the little thing just come untied. Anyways, this is PN 157, Tiger Cat, and he measures 8.5 by 6 1/4. And this was a black plaque that I bought. It was already painted black. Got that at Joann Fabric, and I just saw it there recently too. But it has this twine, but it came untied, so I have to fix that. PN 148, Whimsy Cottage. Measures 7 1/4 by 5 1/4 inches. And again, this is just on a plaque from Joann Fabric, and I painted it navy blue and sanded and stained it. So there, I love that one. Love, love, love. Last but not least is Halloween Greetings, PN 077. And this one measures 5 1/4 by 2 3/4 inches. This one is in a black frame. Don't remember where I got the black frame, but I put a piece of this orange wool and then just adhered the punch needle to the orange wool using my fabric glue that I always use. And this is also available in cross stitch. If you watch Priscilla and Chelsea, Priscilla stitched this in cross stitch. Moving right along to questions and answers. Linda Baltz, when might the fox chart be available? Okay, that was, everyone really liked that fox. It's called Fox and Friend because he's looking at a little bird. That was, a lot of people commented on that. That will be available when I get it back from Model Stitcher. I haven't even sent it out yet because I haven't sent any of them out. Like I said, I've been busy getting the patterns ready for the June 17th release. So next week I'm going to start sending them out to my Model Stitchers. She also asked me if I lived on the East Coast. I do not. I live in Michigan. Sherry DeYoung, she asked, have you thought about charting the first paintings that you showed? So last week I was showing paintings from when I first started my business, and they're just very simplistic. She wanted to know if I was going to chart those. I doubt it. I have so many things that I want to chart. I don't know if I'm going to do those or not. Mortuary Stitches. I love Midnight Cross Stitch. Will it be available soon? That I showed last week, and it's a little cat inside of a pumpkin. And again, it's kind of like Fox and Friends. Fox and Friend. It will be available within the coming year. I mean, within the year. I have a release June 17th. I'm going to have a release in September. And then I'll have another release either December or January. And then the big Nashville show is next March. So I know by next March it'll be available. But if it comes in earlier than that, I can, you know, fit it in one of those other releases. That is it for questions. Last week, the giveaway was Cross Stitch 129, which is Frosty. It's also available in a punch needle, so whoever wins, if you'd rather have it in punch needle, just let me know. But I will insert the video now. All right, we're ready to pick the winner. Diana Ballard, congratulations. She said, thank you for the info on Band of Brothers. That's a title that is way back in my brain. I think I want to read the book also. You are so fortunate to have your mother right outside your craft studio. What a dream. I would love to have a large store that was half cross-stitch and half scrapbooking, also with a good size parking lot. And the best part, somebody would just hand me a check to cover the stock for both crafts. Boy, that sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Laugh out loud. So congratulations, Diana. Just please send me an email and I will send your prize right up to you. Thanks everyone for your comment. So thank you everyone for your amazing answers to the question, what would you do if you could not fail? And if the, I don't remember the winner's name because I filmed that earlier. But anyways, if you could email me to this address right here, I will get that in the mail to you ASAP. And remember, you have 1 week to claim your prize. So this week, I am going to give away this cute little print on wood because stitching is cheaper than therapy. And it's on this like cradled board. It's a 5x7 and it will stand up because it's like 1.5 inches wide, and it will stand on a shelf, or you can hang it on a nail, or not a nail. See, we're not putting holes in our walls, remember? But it's kind of funny because I had these when I did the Prim Stitcher Society retreat in 2018. I had a bunch of these and some other cute little stitching quotes on there. And some people were laughing like, really? I think therapy would be cheaper because they spend so much money on stitchy stuff. I thought that was cute. Our question is, what are your vacation plans this summer? Are you traveling? Are you doing a staycation? What you doing this summer? What are we doing? We are, on July 5th, my friend Kristen from Nashville is coming into town. And then the next day, July 6th, is my BFF from kindergarten. Her daughter's getting married. So Kristen's flying up for the wedding, and Jill, my other BFF from school, she had just purchased, her and her husband just got a place on Higgins Lake up north. So we are going up north on Friday. Kevin and Kristen and I are going to ride together, pick her up at the airport on Friday, beeline it up to Higgins Lake, hang out with Jill and Dave at their new house up there, and then go to the wedding the next day and stay. We're going to stay the night like at the venue because no one wants to drive after, you know, celebrating all night. And then we're going back to Jill's, her place on Higgins Lake, and staying there and coming home Monday afternoon. And then Kristen will stay with me until she flies out on Wednesday. So yeah, that's super exciting. That's coming up. The only other thing that we have planned is our August Friends Weekend is what we call it. We've been doing this for, God, probably 15 years now. A bunch of us friends get together and we stay at a house up north on a lake, and we just float all day. We cook out, we hang out, we play yard games, and just have a complete blast. So those are our two things we're doing this summer. So make sure you answer that question. And then Doreen Branham said purple 4-3. Purple 4-3. Purple's not one of the colors, but does it matter? It doesn't, because I'm spelling it out, right? So P-U-R-P-L-E 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 3. My favorite. We haven't had that one yet. Ouch. You know why? Because I changed it from bucket list to my favorite. I don't really have a bucket list. So I'm like, that needs to change. So we haven't had this one. And so for my favorite, I had a pail. Oh, right here. I put something on top of it. You know, my table is kind of a mess. So I have this little pail, and when I think of things to put in here, I put a little piece of paper in there that has, you know, you'll see in a second. So I'm just going to draw one. Hope it's easy to answer. What is my favorite band? That's like super easy. Green Bottle Fly is my favorite band. Second would be Static, because my son Kyle is in that band. But if you're talking like big band, like, you know, famous people, that is a hard question. I would have to say Led Zeppelin. To me, they're the ultimate rock and roll band. I love them so much. There you go, my favorite band. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Don't forget to answer the question so that you can get in on the giveaway. And also, I only had a couple people give me the Chinese fortune teller thingies, so don't forget to participate in that as well. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support. And I just love Flosstube. We'll see you next week. Bye.